Okay, so I'm just interviewing artists about why they wanted to come down to Art Basel and what they hope to accomplish down here and what drew them. It's kind of an opener and taking it from there and having a conversation about it.
Sure. And I can really just tell the truth?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I wanted to come down because, well, I was in 2 shows, so that was a really good excuse to come to Miami.
Okay.
And also, it just, I mean, of course, I wanted to go to, as an artist, I think it's like one of the big art events in the world. So, you know, I wanted to go to it at some point. It's not like I've always been dying to go to Art Basel. I was just like, oh, Miami in the winter in Chicago. Okay, yeah. I have some excuses.
What do you think makes it like the big art event, one of the biggest art events in the world?
You know, I honestly do not know that much about it. All I know is that, like, Miami is the art capital of the world for this week.
Yeah, how did you pick that up?
This week.
Yeah, how did you pick that up?
Because I don't know. I know a lot of artists and like read.
They all come down.
Criticism and art blogs. Yeah, and
Yeah.
everybody talks. It seems like all the critics travel. You know, everybody who writes about art travels. Yeah, it's nice. It's a big deal.
Yeah. So.
Just to really, to be honest, don't know that much.
Yeah.
About it.
No, just that you knew that everybody comes down here. It is a big deal, and that leads to the second part of my question. Like, what were you kind of hoping to accomplish, if anything, down here? Like, for your work, for the kind of, or were we just kind of really like looking to have an encounter with it, to see it, I guess.
What now? Say it again?
Just to kind of see it for yourself, maybe.
Yeah, I think that I more just wanted to experience what it's like to be in Miami for Art Basel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have, actually, I really don't, and I'm kind of like this in general. I don't really have expectations about anything I want to accomplish. I'm excited to like meet a lot of new people. There's a lot of artists that I know from the internet that I've never met, who I know are going to be down here.
Okay.
I think it's going to be really fun. Like this BYOB event that I'm doing on Friday. I don't know if you know anything about that exhibition platform, but it was invented by my friend Raphael Rosendahl.
Okay.
And he set up this thing where like anybody can do it anywhere, but you invite like 30 artists, usually people who make some kind of screen-based work. You know, he's an internet artist, so it kind of spread out to that community a lot, but also video artists. And the idea is that every artist has to bring their own projector, but and they project anything they want and just fill up the whole room with projections, just like make a big environment of projections.
Okay.
And it's always really spontaneous. Like I've been in 3 of them before, and everybody just shows up, and it's just kind of like casual and spontaneous, but still really special, you know. And it's actually kind of respected in, you know, in like digital art schools and stuff. So. That one I think will be cool because there will be so many. There's a lot of artists involved in that like I know but I haven't met. You know, those things are like really.
But you respect who you respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Verge art. You know, Gwen really talked it up to me and was telling me all about what you've been doing with it for the last few years. So I thought it sounded cool. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just like a large proliferation of different things to go see and check out while you're down here. It just seems like there's like a ton of projects that happen.
Yeah. And do you think that's kind of like a parasitic effect? Is that basically what happened? That Art Basel started happening once a year and that like people just started putting on all these other shows around it to kind of like capitalize on the fact that there were going to be so many people and so much attention?
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. I do. I mean, I think that's...
Not that that's bad.
There's just a critical mass. Mm-hmm. It seems like the city of Miami really kind of nurtured that, saw the opportunity for it in a way that like other city governments wouldn't necessarily allow to happen the way it does here.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, the use of public space, that kind of thing.
Right.
So they've been really kind of lenient in that sense. But I think that's part of it, is that there are all these temporary projects that people put on, and that you could get them maybe in a place like New York, but this is kind of outside of that, and it's really kind of more of a temporary art capital.
Yeah, like temporarily
anything.
The art capital of the world. It
Yeah.
seems like.
Yeah.
Which is why I also was like, I wanna experience that. I wanna see that.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like what I'm really curious about is like what that means for people, for artists.
Yeah, I'm the type of person, like, I don't know, I don't have any expectations actually at all. I just think it'll be a fun.
You just want to have the experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
And be involved too.
Yeah.
I mean, is this kind of an art? Does it feel like you're in the kind of swim of art history, working on this kind of, or come down and being involved in some of these projects that you can work on?
A little bit. Yeah, not quite. I mean, maybe I would feel like that more if I was like exhibiting it across the street,
Maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like it's like worthwhile, cool stuff to be doing.
Yeah. And it's good for you to just to kind of get out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're going to get more exposure in this kind of situation than you would?
I have no idea what to expect. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like me personally, I get most of my exposure on the internet.
Okay.
So I feel like a long time ago, I totally let go of the idea that like for example, I do a lot of video work, and like we show in film festivals, and like
Yeah.
I always thought, oh, that's like the ultimate thing you're supposed to do is show in film festivals, and we've shown in so many film festivals, and every time I'm just disappointed, and I'm like, like half of a theater full of people sat and watched it, but nothing happens because of it. I mean, maybe every once in a while to somebody it does, but like it happens, and like thousands more people watch it on the internet. They can watch it in one little room, so
Yeah.
it's not that big of an opportunity to get a bunch of people in one little room to watch it, unless there's like some crazy off chance that something really lucky happens with the right person seeing it.
So what do you think is how do you think that's gonna change how events like this are run? I mean, the internet is a great way for artists to distribute their work to a pretty large audience, maybe even a larger audience than you can get here.
I think, yeah, I think so. But
I don't know if it's as influential in some ways yet.
Exactly, that's a good point. But something interesting is like I know a lot of internet artists and who are very like, oh, I don't, just all about showing on the internet, and I see all those people coming down here.
Okay.
And it's like, obviously there's something to this, there's like something.
But net art, in a way, it's kind of like about getting away from the traditional structures of exhibition and presentation.
Yeah, but it's funny, I mean, it's still like, when it comes down to it, a lot of artists still, they want to, like, get paid and recognized for their work. I mean, of course, paid,
Yeah.
Of course, like,
so it's a market issue.
To,
Yeah.
like, be exposed to the market and be taken seriously in, like, in the market, I guess.
Okay. What does that mean, exactly? Being taken seriously in the market, yeah.
Oh, I just mean that maybe as of right now, the market doesn't take net art seriously as something that they would be interested in purchasing,
Okay.
So I guess I mean it like that.
Do you feel like that is more freeing, or is it more constricting because you're not getting the recognition?
No, I think it's more free. Because I think you can get lots of recognition in lots of other ways, but I just think that the artists who are more business-minded are, like, level enough to be like, oh, they want to do this, they want to do both.
Right.
Yes.
They want to have it across the board.
Yeah. And I agree with that. I think that's just smart.
To take advantage of whatever opportunities are out there.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Great. Thank you.
Really?
Yeah. I think so.